currently in 15th position. They got about 2 more games to go. This game and next game, if they can continue on with that momentum, top 10 in their sightlines, Alex.
I think it was you that mentioned the fact that Alpha 7 have
we're
recently
back.
upgraded their phone and peripherals, correct?
Yep, they got new phones. Yep, new phone. Who dis?
New phone, who dis? Well, new players apparently. It does take time to get used to a new setup, and well, 3 weeks into it, upgrading their phones, playing on higher FPS, playing with better refresh rate. You can see now they're starting to get used to it, and they're starting to show us their skill and complexity as a team.
Hey,
They've been
Zuki.
hot dropped twice now, and it's paid off for them so far. And for Alpha 7, I would like to see more confidence from them earlier on. But obviously
Oh,
upgrading
this
their
zone.
software,
This zone
upgrading their
actually makes
platform that they're
it
playing
pretty
on,
hard
obviously
for
that does take time.
wildcard.
So maybe next season Alpha 7 could be in the contention for World League.
Wildcard could
As towards the
play
north, we have Express
right
Gaming
around
now,
here.
Going to be rotating in
potentially.
Ruins, where we see the Pittsburgh Knights, Wildcard Gaming,
It's gonna be
and
tough,
Ace,
though.
But Dave,
Tribe
are outside of the circle. They need to get inside of it. If
But
they
I
go
think
to the south,
wildcard's
it's
gonna
with
play right
X's.
around here.
If they go directly to the circle,
They
it's
could
Pittsburgh
keep
Knights.
kinda
But
safe
where do X-Quest
from
Gaming
the teams
fall
on
in
the
all of
south.
this?
X-Quest,
Let's
they're just
see.
going to send it. They're going to have to hopefully do some proper scouting and, you know,
Wait, is my mic
recognize that
muted
there
still?
are going to be
No, it is
teams
not. Okay.
gatekeeping them. But, yeah, Tribe, the Knights, they're like magnets right now. They just can't catch a break when it comes to similar rotates. And talking about rotates, Ace 1 just driving on by, you know, hands out the window, waving at everybody. It looks like Alpha 7 attempting to get some shots onto him. Only Abdul, only Mittech, the last 2
Yeah, we need
remaining
PK
members
and
right now
Tribe
from the squad. About
go
5
out.
kills all together. Team Queso, they are going to be in the chopsticks, in that little bowl, that little dip, you know, keeping the
Oh,
vehicles
never mind. If this
secure.
is in
But
zone,
yeah,
wildcard
here comes
can't play that
Grunto,
area.
Here comes the Knights. Here
It's
comes
not as
Tribe
playable.
and XQ. We got 4 teams just south of Ruins. Here's
I
a
think what wildcard's
beautiful
going to do is they're
aerial
going
view
to
right
go
now
into the next
of the
zone
carnage
late and then
happening.
just full send
Quite
on the zone
literally.
pop.
Nice shot there from the man himself. Q has been dropped, and now for Grunto going forward, they're going to be eliminated in 14th, and Tribe are directly behind.
Oh, XQG wants
Pittsburgh.
this spot, though.
Express Gaming, we're wondering where they're going to be ending up here. They're going to be crashing onto the wildcard gaming.
Spring.
Spring gets 2
Spring
kills
is
onto
gaining.
AZ and Easy, making it look so slick here as Acer as well. Oh, and HCL falls to Spring.
Dude, I think
Oh, it's
Spring
someone out for
pre-nated
Wildcard
2 of
Gaming.
them.
X-Quest Gaming eliminated in the 13th, and well, Cloud9, 2
Yep.
players left. Can they try and bridge that gap?
Yep, still 2 players
Okay,
left.
wild
You know,
card.
that's going to open it up just a little bit, you know, for that second place spot for that $25,000. But Cloud9, you
Is
know,
the frames dropping
odds
again? It is
stacked
dropping.
against them right now as they only got 2 up.
Oh, it's back
How
to
are they
normal.
going to be able to, you know, clutch it out? Hopefully they got that clutch factor. And Charme right near them.
I don't know why
Team
my
Queso
frames are so
also
bad.
near them. But here we go, the main fight. Ladies and gentlemen,
Tribe
get your
versus
tickets
PK.
ready because we need them. Because the Knights versus Tribe right now on the cusp of erupting.
Gosh, tickets at the door are going to be selling for 20 quid a piece here for Carnage versus
All right,
Seeger.
all right.
Oh, that's a really big opening here as well for Tribe. They're going to be realizing it's the Pittsburgh Knights here, and now the 4 versus 3 advantage. You can see Tribe start to swarm them like a pack of dogs here.
Oh,
Raven,
they got that knock on Raven.
down to low HP. Seeger there trying to cover for his teammate as Sam goes inside the middle of it. I said before, Sam gets so aggressive. Using
Oh,
his
no,
space at his
Raven
best.
got the-
Oh, he's made a
Oh,
major
no.
blunder here. He's
Oh,
been
no.
killed off. What? Oh no, Sam, that was far too audacious, and now for Seeger, he has to fall behind his
Oh,
buggy as
shit.
well. Ooh, I don't think
3v3.
he's smoking just yet, but they know precisely where he is. One well-placed grenade. If he catches that, he's going to be lights out. J7 as well towards the north. Oh
Raven,
no, Tribe!
oh,
What is
Tribe is-
this? Seeger's been dropped as well. Memo and King A have
Oh,
to be
Tribe!
for their side if they want any
Tribe
chance of going
made the same
to world
mistake
stage. The
that
Pittsburgh Knights are
I
gonna be
sometimes
licking
see
their lips
us
here with the free
make.
kills they're being gifted from Tribe as Jagger
We get the
behind the tree,
advantage,
can't show himself, has J7 as well.
and
The
then we
ridge
go
line, he
too
might be able to finish
fast.
off Seeger
We're
here
not all on
momentarily.
the same
Raven's
page,
still alive as well. He
and
managed
we
to
try
get
and
the
go
heal off
too fast
J7.
to
Lands
take
the
an
spray onto
advantage
Memo,
on an
now it's
isolated
down
player.
to King A, and he has to be a king here. Show us what he has to offer. He's so far behind. He's
And
even
I was
outside of
actually
the
right.
zone.
Wildcard,
Look at the
yeah.
new
Wildcard
zone,
is just gonna
Dave,
play
so
right
far
there.
towards the south of all these teams.
Because that's a playable
Oh dear,
spot.
I'm not sure if I feel the chances here for King A going to be going for the heal off and J7. Well, they're really going to be punishing Tribe if they want any chance of trying to make that gap between them.
Carnage
and
must be
Elite.
happy.
And of course, Cream.
One of the few times Carnage dies first and the team still does well and clutches it up.
Memo dropped. He's out in the open. He's not going to be revived. King A going for the heal off here. This is just
It's
desperate
usually
plays here for the side of Tribe.
Carnage trying to clutch it out while his team
Raven's
dies
gonna
and
be
then
in
he
the smoke,
rages,
will be
right?
healed up as well. He's going to be beside J7. Actually, Raven was dropped, excuse me.
Wildcard
So he's
third
gonna be
party.
revived. And
I don't think Wildcard
as well for King A, so
has
the
a really
damage is gonna
good
be
sightline
so
to third
high
party
here for
this.
him. He can't even get inside the zone. Come on, King A. He has to try dig deep here for his team, but the damage is too much. He's going to try and leg it inside the zone, but he's a little bit out of the zone. He's going to die to J7.
We needed Tribe to kill PK there.
Yeah, I mean,
because it's easier for us to pass up PK
from Sam. Honestly,
if PK dies there
right
versus
trying
Tribe.
to open it up, trying to take the fight to the Knights. The Knights, they are still going to have 3 on up. Jagger and Raven still alive, actually, and they're going to be pushing on into that next circle. J7 as well.
Find that bush,
over
bro.
here, Tempo Storm versus B4. You got Spec, the lone wolf, the lone survivor right now, just jumping on up. Ayala from Team Queso spraying and praying, trying to get the vehicle. Explosions onto Wildcard. Acer bleeding on out right now. You see the smoke starting to get popped from Wildcard. They are in the zone, but this open field, they have
I think they should have just crashed and fought TQ. Because
Yeah,
they're like
so
100% dead over there
Gaming, actually,
when the zone shuts
Alpha
off.
7 are going to be rotating in just next to them too. So
actually, maybe they're hoping
worse for
another
wear
team
here as
crashes
the Pittsburgh Knights
TQ,
towards the left side of them as well.
and then Wildcard
Well,
pushing
Dave,
third parties, but
imagine
nobody
the
crashed
confidence right now on the
TQ.
Knights.
I
Imagine
think that's what
the team
Wildcard's
right
plan
now. They
was.
must be so happy
They're
and
gonna
cheerful
pull up,
knowing that it's eliminated their main
hope
opposition
some
in
team
Tribe.
crashes that compound, and then they go for a third
For the
party.
Knights, can they use that momentum to propel them forward and try and get the Chicken Dinner's Tempo Storm out in 10th? A lot of the heavy hitters are going out early here.
PK is still
and,
doing
you know, the Knights
pretty
won't get
well.
out. They get a crate. So, hey, great job taking out Tribe. Here's a crate. So the Knights, they will have to defend their spot on the overall leaderboard one more time. They got one more game to go against Omen Elite. And here we go. Team Queso out here just making their rounds. They got this rock. They have a really strong position in this next circle. The Knights, though, they have something to say about this. 3 up, 8 kills so far. Raven spraying down there onto Enigma.
Dang.
Wildcard. They have
Wildcard's-
nowhere to go right now.
Wildcard's
Been
eating
dropped.
it.
3 players here for Pittsburgh Knights, cornering them off there. If the Wildcard Gaming boys were deciding to try go for a rotation because they're now stuck
Oh my
between
gosh,
Team
that's
Queso
zone
to the south. They've got Alpha 7 on the west. They've got the Pittsburgh Knights hot off the press after wiping out Tribe on the east. And that's before they even get inside the circle, Dave.
Yeah, and then you see Team Queso already in their vehicles looking for the pull-up. Axel taking some shots on the Fran from Call to, but the main fight right now, not in the zone. You got the grenade battles going back and forth. You got the Knights. You got Wildcard. Wildcard, they're just trying to stay alive right here. If Wildcard can take down the Knights, that will give Omen Elite a
what's
fighting
up,
chance
Xiaomi?
moving on into the final game, as that point difference won't be too hard.
Ethan, thank you for the follow on
Enigma
Trovo.
still alive with the DP, just creeping and crawling, 0.5% HP. But J7 on the M4, taking shots, just random shots.
PK's having
out there
another
in the
good
wheat
game.
field, trying
They
to
had 2
inflict
good
as much
games back to
damage as
back.
possible. But Alex, the
Even
blue
if they
zone
go out
starting
here,
to
they
make
have
the
8
push,
kills.
and Nick Zera from B4, the DP just too strong.
PK's playing
especially
too well
versus
right
smokes
now.
as well. You can see when he lined up prone and set that
Oh,
bad
okay,
boy
well.
up. What was that?
What a spray.
What was that?
Okay. Okay,
He
Enigma.
just sprayed down 3 of them there. Oh my goodness, the DP28
Okay,
is garnering
Enigma.
so many points here for Kultura and these boys and these squads. And Charme Gaming is, well, Blank and John like to say they could be like wasps. And when they do strike, they sting because they aren't really in the runnings here for World League, but they can be on a similar path that we saw from Team Solid and denying the dreams from other squads. Pirates Boy going to be coming out that vehicle just in the nick of time as it does explode. Alpha 7 though, time is not for them as they do going out in 7th.
Looks like Call to over here. The Beekeepers over here throwing these grenades. Call to, they have the trench. They have the eastern trench of the Chopsticks in Gatka. So they have that solid cover to work with. And we see them, you know, just peeking their heads up like some groundhogs, tossing out some grenades, throwing some shots out there. And right now, in Charme, they are just getting picked apart. But Team
Wildcard gets
Queso
6 with
are
spring
on
healing.
fire right now. Ayala, no kills so far, but I'm not concerned because they have a great position in the northern half of the zone. They're looking, they got B4 right in their crosshairs.
Wildcard Gaming unable to make the rotation in. They're going to be our 6th team to make the 10 count and be taken out of the equation here in Game 4 of the final day of PMPL Americas. Is B4
Team
though,
Queso's
still here,
playing well.
still looking strong. They need
Team
to try and
Queso
get back that 2nd place
might have not made it,
versus
but they
Express
started
Gaming
playing really
to have
well
the
the last
additional
few
money
days.
in their pockets as they are going to be safe for World League. Team Queso as well feeling very safe, especially with the amount of kills they've had so far going into this final 5 team phase. They're
Tribe
also
doesn't play the
4
last
alive,
game.
so again,
We
that
play
confidence
and PK
is gonna
plays
be
the last
gleaming.
game.
Pyra, off
And
in
PK
the
is gonna
distance,
have
he's
like
still
a
alive once again. Yeah,
huge
he
point
does
lead
this so
on
well. I
us.
don't know how he goes unaware, but teams just don't see him slithering past.
It's the corn soup, man. It's the lucky corn soup. So, I gotta know, Levi, SKS, looking to, connect, looking to get those headshots over here. B4, 8 kills. Call2, 5 kills. Team Queso, 4 kills. Cloud9 actually able to get 1 point on the board as well. So, my main concern right now, Call2, they did just get blessed by the RNG gods this next circle. All these teams are going to be looking for that sweet cover that they are currently occupying, and now we see the push from B4.
The zone literally
Meanwhile,
ended
B4 also
in the
now
chopstick.
trying to take over the spot from Call2.
I have not
but
seen a game
spraying
end
down on
right
their
on
enemies
that
out there,
chopstick
Team
before.
Queso.
Here it comes then, it's going to be in the divot here. Oh, Culture, you said that position was good, but they're going to be so exposed. Fran, oh my god, this is going to be frantic here from him. He gets dropped immediately, and now can be converted here for more points for the side of Team Queso. The vehicle, though, if it is exploded, could be taking down Marco. But Yang, so confident, comes through the smoke, but he's going to be smoked himself. That's another kill here for Team Queso, and now Culture down to 2 players standing.
Grenade.
It was looking so
Grenade.
good.
Oh, wow.
Couldn't even throw it.
Oh, you can't be just showing your shoulder there. That's too much. Axel is on fire.
Pyra's still alive. Pyra is just back there chilling. The final game for Cloud9. Remember,
Wait.
this is a $10,000 difference between second and third place. So, B4,
Wait, what?
They got 4 up.
Wasn't
Team
C9 and
Queso
2-man,
were
like, at the
victors
start of the
trench.
game?
They
How did
overthrew
Pyra-
Call2 right there? I mean, the
Oh my God,
plays just
Pyra.
crashing
Pyra
on
the
into
snake
that
god.
trench, catching Fran off guard. Fran was still shooting at the other 3 members.
Pyra
of Team
the
Queso.
snake
Didn't
god.
even realize Marco was right
I didn't
behind
realize
him right
Pyra
there.
C9 was even in the game
my
still.
Goodness. 8 kills so
Oh
far.
no, he hit
Team
Pyra.
Queso, they are heating
Oh
up.
no.
Oh no, Pyra's got to be spotted snaking on in the grass. Oh, look at that, look at that. Oh,
the damage.
danger.
Oh my gosh, Pyra.
With the moves right now, with the moves.
How is he still alive? I mean, if Team
By the way,
Queso
he's snaking
fight B4,
backwards,
maybe he can
so
survive
they don't
this
hit him in the head,
finish,
but the bullet hits him
now
in the
Team
ass
Queso know where he
instead.
is. They're just going to be lining up this whole
Pyra's
field of
got-
grenades. Oh no, it's going to be going towards the side of 4.
Pyra's got a
Marco, Ayala, missed call, very wary now.
Buns
I mean,
of
it's not really
steel.
too hard maths, is it? You're 4 players alive. You spotted that one in the distance from C9, and then you realize, well, that means only 4 players remain.
I'd
There's only
rather
3 teams,
take
so
it in the
therefore,
butt than in the head.
B4 have 4. So very even here between Team Queso and B4, and for Pyra, he just has to hope that one of these 2 squads kill each other off to try and claim that 2nd place finish.
Seems like everybody's got their eye on Pyra. We saw right there B4.
Yeah, Big Smoke, your
possibly
calculation's
chucking out
correct,
some
I think.
grenades in there.
We need 31
General
plus
direction.
points in the last game.
Here we go, Levi in the bush, starting to toss out some grenades of their own.
If we
And,
make 31
you know,
points
Team
in the last
Queso,
game
this
and
trench
PK
is
get
in the next zone.
0
You
points,
know, Team
we
Queso,
tie
They have
PK.
the cover, but they also
So,
need to be
you
careful
need a
because
chicken
if they
dinner.
pop their heads to take
We
some
need
shots.
a
I mean,
big
their
chicken
heads
dinner,
100%
and PK can't get
exposed
like
right
any
there.
kills or
B4,
placement
they
points.
could just, you know,
So it's a
spray
really,
it over there.
it's a
And
very
here
big
comes the
stretch
smokes
for
right
us
now. These
in the
smokes
last
are
game.
going to be blocking the sight lines not only to B4 but also Team Queso. So now we're just going to be tossing out some blind grenades. Oh, we're going to be tossing out some blind
When bullets hit
shots
your
right
ass,
there.
it does less
Levi
damage.
able
Tips
to
with
jump
Zite?
up
Yes.
in the perfect time
A
right
bullet
there.
in the ass
50%
does less
HP
damage
taken out
than
from
a
them.
bullet
Here comes
to the
the
head.
double.
Dave, this could be it for C9. 4 players being dropped from B4. Maxon and Mixzera, the only players standing. Maxon, though, going in fast.
Oh, with the
Catches
drop
one
shot.
It's going to be dropped immediately. Though now it's down to Pyra. Oh, and Mixzera. It's Team Queso with 3 standing.
Oh,
Axel has
Pyra
been
got
dropped.
found.
No, Maxon
No.
died. Wait, I think C9. No, C9 finished in 3rd. Mixzera's the last player standing, and it's going to be Team Queso. Wow, I thought Pyra did it,
Damn,
but actually
Queso
there was that one
popping
player
off,
left.
man.
Mixzera. Just
Team
denied the
Queso got
2nd place
really
finish,
good.
but what an incredible ending there
Team
from all
Queso
those
pulled
teams.
like a C9,
For
but not as
Pyra,
big as C9.
Incredible lone wolf play. From B4, very strong rotations. They played it so well. And for Team Queso, when they crashed on Cortona,
Rice Gum playing
that was quite a
PUBG? Do I
spectacle,
look
Dave.
like Rice Gum?
Yeah, so that was the final game for B4, the final game for Cloud9, Tribe, and Mazexis. So B4, 2nd place right there, pretty darsh gone guard. And then Cloud9,
TQ's making a
3rd
big
place,
comeback
Pyra
just
right
like
there,
Cloud9
able
did.
to clutch it all
Not as
out.
big,
But
though,
Team Queso, they are on fire right now, Alex.
Just hot drop PK.
James, well, F's in the chat for
Alright.
Tribe, right?
Yeah, tough stuff for
You will
them,
see
but
what
I want to
happens
focus
in
on
the
this
next
Team
game.
Queso thing for a moment because they had a phenomenal position, Alex. I think 9.9 times out of 10 they should have won that game, given that they had one of the chopsticks and just being able to have some cover against everybody else in the field.
But what's also important is the most important circle, when it shifted, I think it was the circle 6th, because we went all the way to 8. Maybe it was 5, I'm not sure. But they had the most northern part of the whole circle. They had the best compound. And then they had Wildcard Gaming fighting another team, so then they lost 2 players. And then Wildcard Gaming rotated into 2. Obviously, easy pickings there for Team Queso at the windows of their compound. And then it all just kind of fell in their favor. And as soon as they killed and wiped out Kultur, the game was all theirs.
Yeah, very much so. Thank you very much, gentlemen. We'll get you back for the last game of the day, which will be the final game of the PMPL America here for our season, as we talk to Seven as well as Degon. Seven, it's a great win for K, so it's not going to make huge amounts of difference. Up
We
to
get
us.
the chicken
Of course,
dinner the
they're
last
fighting for
game
extra position
with
and
60
extra placement
kills.
to get some extra money on the board.
And we get
so
top
that is what
6.
they're looking after right now.
Yeah, Team Queso making sure they place themselves comfortably into 7th place, which is nice to see, and it's nice to see them get this win also going into World League. It's great for them. One of the fights though that we were able to see, Pittsburgh Knights with Tribe. I think Pittsburgh Knights winning that in a way kind of solidifies their 8th place for me, unless Omen Elite has an insane game in the next match. If I'm not mistaken, once we see the actual
Is
leaderboard
frames
update,
dropping again?
I think they're currently separated by 31 points.
It shouldn't be.
Next match, Omen Elite would pretty much have to hot drop Pittsburgh Knights, and on top of that, they wouldn't have to have an amazing
they just tell us?
game. So
You guys will know
man,
soon,
it's
very
gonna
soon.
it's gonna be a nail biter.
Yeah, it's going to be hot. B4, of course, getting 22 points. That's big for them as well, Degon, going forwards.
Yeah, B4, I think, put up a fantastic fight there. But what a huge play by Team Queso to run straight on into.
That was
into
Tribe's
the
last
ditch
game,
and
too.
say, you know what? We'll take this spot. Thank you very much.
So
Well,
Tribe needed to kill
I think
PK and then
one
win the game.
Big moment to keep in track.
Tribe would
that keeps
overtake
everyone
PK.
still on their toes, just in case for a little bit longer, was the fact that.
But that was
PK
Tribe's
had
last
4
game, so
members
that's why
up
Tribe
and were
went so
shooting down
aggressive.
Wild card before all of a
Thanks for
sudden
the follow,
they went out
Ryza.
in 8th place. Like Snods was talking about it. It was just, it felt like it came out of nowhere. And
Is that the
because of
real
that,
Too
there's
Mad?
just a little bit of a sliver of hope left for the Omen Elite fans.
Yeah, in case things go right, let's take a look at how Team Queso was able to put up the numbers here for this game. And from their trenched position, they were able to do quite
Oh,
a bit
3K
indeed.
damage.
In fact, a cool 3K damage coming in for them with the 13 kills and the 13
clean
knockouts.
K.
Perfect stuff coming in from them here for this game. That's one of the best performances we've seen across all of PMPL Americas, Seven.
Oh, definitely. I think I can count with
Frames are
the
dropping,
fingers
yes.
on one
Frames
hand
are
how many
dropping again.
matches we've seen a team get 3,000 damage. That's
My
really good for
internet
them.
is just
As I was saying, this
dying
team
right now.
is a team that kind of feeds on momentum, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna be
Okay,
make a
I'll see you,
statement
Karma.
on the
Good
last
luck.
day as well, going into World Leagues now that they know pretty much that they are gonna be qualifying. And they are still fighting for some spots. As I said, they were in 7th place before that last game started, and there are some teams that kind of have slowed down with Temple Storm, Wildcard. Wildcard starting to pick it up a little bit more there. We're still gonna see some shifts there on that leaderboard.
Let's take a look at the Mountain Dew game fuel moments here for the penultimate time as we see how everything went down. And once again, you know, going towards the end of this game, another field ending, Degon. I'm hoping for the final
Yeah,
game
uneven
not to be a field
shot.
ending because they get a bit,
Bopped.
you know, snaky
I don't
towards
know.
the end.
I even got bopped there.
Yeah, I like the snaky endings. It's deciding who wants to pop up at the right time. But before that, it was, again, this area of like, okay, do we know exactly where it's going? Do we not? And then always trying to keep track of the teams who are in contention, right? Tempo early on, running into B4 was a big one. And then checking in to see, XQG going out only with 1 point as well early on. So it was cool to keep track of it and watch it. And all of a sudden, PK got a couple kills before they got into the match, an almost season-defining fight with Tribe later on.
And here, Tribe trying to find themselves the better way, but it's going to be all for naught, it seems here, Seven, as they fell pretty early in this game.
Yeah, and an interesting engagement during that fight actually was that a Tribe, as soon as they knocked somebody from PK, I think they got a little bit too excited. We'll be breaking it down later on, but I think they got maybe a little bit too excited and they just pushed
Queso
in
guy just straight up
blindly. And Team
AK4X.
Queso just taking full advantage of what the game gave us, being able to go in and knock people left and right, making sure they kept B4 at bay, killing people. And Kultu, we've been saying that's one team that can take some points away from other teams in contention, fighting for some.
Have I
leaderboard
seen
points
Uneven?
there. And,
What do you mean?
It's interesting. Another push.
Uneven's
This
in
push
North
right here
Carolina
from
right now
Marco
with a lot of
was
other
pretty
PUBG
much
Mobile
what we
players,
won in
but
the
I'm
game.
not there.
I think that was so slick, and I am so surprised that the player from the enemy team from the opposing team there for Team Queso didn't even notice that there was a car behind them. I think that right there is what won the game.
Yeah, if you're going to take one of the chopsticks and take one of those entrenched spots, you've got to keep an eye on every single angle if people are going to try and crash into you there. Because if you don't, especially if there's a lot of teams.
Yeah, if Siga got that knock on Raven when he got Raven to 1 HP, that could have
Rock in the
changed
top of the
everything for
leaderboards
Tribe.
here with Queso in terms of that 3k damage coming in, but 2008 damage.
Actually, with
for
Raven
B4
knocked down at the
as well.
Rock,
And B4 is making a
yeah,
statement for that
Sam doesn't
second place
die.
spot here.
Siga doesn't get
You
knocked.
know, with the next game coming up,
And it's a
maybe that will
4v2.
continue.
Yeah, that's right. It was B4.
So
X2,
Siga
Cloud9
almost getting the knock on
for that
Raven,
second place
but
spot.
Raven
B4
1
with the
HP.
big finish here, because that was their last match along with Cloud9. Really shaking things up, and now leaving the ball in XQ's hands, right? It's up to XQ to go ahead and score the points. When I look at this damage chart, though, this looks a little bit more reminiscent of the days past damage charts. Earlier in the day, we saw a lot of equal damage across the board in maps 1 through 3.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot more engagements early on. In this one, it didn't feel like teams were fully engaging. It was like, hey, if we can get a knock or two, that's good, and then we'll back off. So that's why we're seeing that lobby being dominated by B4 and Queso in that map 4.
Oh, guys, I really want to see the overall standings. I know we've got to wait a moment here before we actually do see them, but it's really going to tell the tale here of what we would need to.
Why did they go to
witness in
North
the last
Carolina?
game. But
So quite a
before
few
we do
players
that,
went
we
to North
just move over
Carolina
to
to
the
play
highlights that
this
you
tournament
guys have, 'cause there were a few
because their
noteworthy moments
ping
here from
is
ENG
really
Queso really
bad
did stand out with
from
how they were able to
wherever
kind
they
of
were playing
hold
from
on to that
before.
position against some of those
So
final teams that
Tencent
were
offered
coming
to
in
fly
against them.
people
But let's
out
take a
with
look
bad
at the
ping to
analysis
play in
highlights. Who's got
a more
this one
centralized
for me?
location.
And I think this one is going to go ahead and be the main fight, the one kind of we were all looking for, hoping that it would happen. Yeah, pretty much the only fight, and once we saw it happening here, it was insane. So
Oh my
as
gosh,
soon
Ravens
as-
1
As you can see
HP.
right there, Sam blindly rushed in as soon as they see that Pittsburgh Knights is going in, and Sam just got there a little
Oh,
bit too
man.
late as Raven was able to heal up. He's going to go ahead and knock him, and not only that, he's going to finish them. And now you got the tables turned. Seagut being able to
Now
finish
Raven's
off
gonna
Carnage,
knock
I'm pretty sure
Seagut.
he's gonna enjoy that a lot. And right here, it becomes kind of a location where Seagut was just stuck. Seagut was not gonna be able to go anywhere, and this is when the tables turn. And then towards something that you're not able to see here on the map, we kind of saw Tribe, Memo, and King A saying to themselves, do we want to go ahead and continue taking this fight? I know they got into a
2v2.
car at one point, and they said, you know what, we need to finish this fight. If we want to get a chance at 8th place,
And,
we
oh,
have to go ahead and finish
J7.
this fight. And that's what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
That pretty
Overall,
much
though,
seals the
I
deal
think
right there.
PK was able to go ahead and hold them off great. I think PK pretty much finally took reins of their future by being able to not only beat out Tribe here.
When are you
but
going
also
back
being
with
able
the
to go ahead and
boys?
get
I'm not
some
in North
more
Carolina.
points to add to their tally
I'm
and separating
staying from
themselves
home
even more with
because
all
I
the
get a
leads.
good ping
And I think for Tribe,
on the
I think it
servers
was
playing
good,
from
man.
home.
I
So
would've
I
loved
didn't go to
see
North
Tribe
Carolina.
kinda just hot drop,
How they
PK
manage
off the start just to let more
PMWL
of an
West ping for
RNG
all the
effect
regions?
feel towards that-
They're gonna
towards that
have they're
back
gonna
and
use a
forth.
ping
But,
booster
PK
thing
very
where
impressive
it
there with that,
increases
what we're currently
people's
seeing here
ping.
at the leaderboards.
Ooh, okay, here we go. Second place.
We're
has been
31
attained
points.
Once again by B.
We're 31 points
However,
behind PK here.
XQ will be
So we
playing
need
the
31
next game,
points?
and
No,
they are
we need-
7 points
we need the
behind.
chicken
Everybody
dinner
out at home is gonna have to keep an eye
and
on how
12
that is gonna
kills.
play out. And then when we look down towards the
And
8th,
that would
9th,
tie
and 10th
us with PK.
positions,
A chicken dinner
it
and
looks
12
like
kills
Pittsburgh
ties
Knights
us with
definitely
PK.
has done enough here.
If
Let's
PK
go and have
gets
an
0
insane
kills
game
and no
Degon
placement
to be able to
points
push
besides the
themselves up.
1 default point.
Yeah, Omen's going to need a 31 plus 31 point
Yeah.
push as well as PK to go on out. Other things to note on this top half of the leaderboard, Queso rising above both Tempo Storm and Wildcard and
Yeah.
Tempo Storm.
Oh, let me move
This
my head.
is,
My bad.
Pretty nuts
Oh
to
my
me, 'cause
gosh.
You look at their kills.
There
Their
we
kills
go.
are almost as high as everyone
Boston,
else
yeah.
in second place, but they've just had a terrible day at the worst time, and they're constantly falling out of that top 3, top 4 discussion. That's been a little bit of a disappointment. And the one thing I wanted to note in that last fight, the player that got most aggressive for Tribe Gaming was Sam, who was the former Pittsburgh Knights member. It was like, hey, look, he's trying to get in there and stick it back to his old teammates. And unfortunately, just by milliseconds, as Seven talked about, the heel came up at the right time. Sam whiffs his shots, and Tribe Gaming go out in ninth place.
I think Pittsburgh Knights had some great
Small
angles as
head
well over
needed.
what Tribe actually was. Kind of fighting uphill
Oh.
can be very, very difficult there
I
for
missed
Tribe.
that was the-
Also, taking a look at that second page as well, Creme Real Betis is
There
really
we go.
one of the only teams there that can try and strike out towards that top 10-7. It's doable, but it could be an uphill struggle.
Yeah, I mean, right now, keep in mind, Tribe's not going to be playing. They're currently, Kramer Albertese is 21 points behind Tribe.
So we
they
need
could try to make
31
that
plus-
push for that, but it's going to be a pride thing.
32
You wanna be in the
points
top 10.
ties
Who
us with
knows?
PK.
Maybe, PUBG Mobile
If
Esports
PK
will come in
gets
and announce something
no
at the end of
kills
this
and no
tournament.
placement
Anything
points.
can happen. All I know is that you want to be in that top 10 no matter what.
So it is.
Let's take a look at the schedule. 4
Yeah.
games down, 1 more game to go here for the PMPL Americas, and this one is going to decide who gets themselves that second place, who gets themselves, if we see an amazing run into that top 8, or will Pittsburgh Knights continue to hold on strong? It's Queso that
Big
comes in with
booty
the previous
zooty.
win
What's
there,
up,
trying
Acer?
to get themselves some extra change at the end of the PMPL Americas, and we have that 1 more game remaining. Digon, it has been a long, long road here for the PMPL.
Congrats,
It's been
Acer,
15 days of great games, 16
for
days
making
here.
top
We have
8.
1 more game remaining. What do you want to say, mate? What do you want to say?
Are you gonna be top
It just
frag?
feels like everyone's waiting
for
for a
World
15
League?
kill chicken dinner by one of the fan favorites. Like, that is what everyone's waiting for. And to even say that out loud just sounds so ridiculous. Like, that just sounds like it would be so crazy to have happen when you got Loops, when you got XQ, when you got Queso, who's on fire, you got Wildcard, who won't go away, and you've got Tempo, who has the second most kills in the lobby, currently sitting in 7th, and PK themselves, who have found a way to get it done today. We challenged them after a couple of terrible days in terms of points and looking quite embarrassed, even though they were in that 8th spot. They found a way to get it done, and now all of a sudden everyone's waiting for that 15 kill, 20 point
Who's top
chicken
1?
dinner
Loops.
from the 10th place team.
PK getting
I
dropped
don't
on? You
know
guys
about
will see
that,
soon
but
enough.
The stage has been set for the miracle to happen.
Yeah, definitely. 7, my question to you is, do you think that B4 is going to hold on to that second place?
I'll do
or
my
do you think
best to
XQ
top
is
frag
gonna be
World League.
one of the teams to, you know, rise
But
up here in this
Carrillo will
game, get
probably
that
take it
7
again.
points, push on forwards. It is your number, so...
From previous conversations that I have with the XQG members, I think they're going to go ahead and want to push for that second place. As Digon was mentioned, they have not had the best performances in scrims in previous situations where they have played in different tournaments, and I think this tournament is their breakthrough tournament. This is the time where they kind of go ahead and set their stamp and they say, hey, we're here in ANA, and now we're a team that you need to go ahead and watch out for. So anything can happen. One thing I'm going to be
Loops
looking
control
to, though,
anyone
at the
they
start
want
of the
to.
game
Yeah, Loops
is
can do
only
whatever
gonna
they
try to go
want.
ahead and hot drop PK, because I feel like it's a must. And I know we talked about this, Carl. People watching right now, let me know who do you think is going to win the last game. I might go ahead and select a random person that actually gets it right, and I'll give you 690 UC. Why not? You got to guess it first, though. You
Kind
got to guess it.
guy. All right, well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Disappear with ye as we now get into the final game. Let's not waste any more time here and try and get into
Digon
this
challenging
game.
Omen.
Alex, Dave, it's all going down. Dave, how about yourself? Who do you think is going to be taking that second spot at the end of the day?
Oh, I'm going to go with Ace 1. Ace 1 all the way, baby. I mean, all these teams, they're just going to drop school and let Ace 1 punch them out. That's what the word on the street is.
Dave, shush, go away. All right, I'm gone. Enjoy the last game. I'm excited.
Yeah, oh gosh, the last game of PMPL Americas, Dave. What a incredible 3 weeks it's been, and to culminate it as well with this final game on Aaron Gale. I agree with 7. I want to see Omen Elite hot drop Gatka and fight the Knights for that spot in World League.
I don't think that's
Do
going
we
to
hot
happen.
drop?
I don't think
think
that's
so?
going to happen.
Oh, come
I
on.
mean, Omen Elite,
Boy can dream.
they're 31 points from 8th place. 31. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, best case scenario, you do drop onto the Knights, you take them out in 16th. You got 4 kills, but you still got to get that chicken dinner as well. So, XQ, another thing to follow up with, they are 7 points from 2nd place. So, you know, that's $25,000 compared to $15,000 between 2nd and 3rd. And then, of course, you know, Loops coming into the final game of the evening, the final game of PMPL Americas. I mean, Alex, you and me,
Look,
80
we're dropping
games
Milta.
this past month, man. I mean, I got to say,
Dropping Milta,
it
no
was a
hot
pleasure.
drop.
It was a pleasure, man.
Yeah, it's been an amazing road, and it's been an amazing road for all of these teams. I've got to take my hats off as well to PUBG Mobile Esports, because having casted the World Finals back in Malaysia in December, and now seeing the level of play from the PMPL Americas, you know, forget World League.
This
for
game
now.
was pretty
The
crazy
level of
too,
play,
though.
the evolution of PUBG Mobile Esports in the past 6 months, just individually from these players, is just profound. I mean, the gun skill, the rotation, the aim, the pre-firing, the sprays, everything is just 10 times better. And actually, ironically, having the lockdown and having the online scrims, you know, you can see the teams that got the most out of it. XQuest Gaming, Loops, for example.
PK is still going towards
Going into the
Gakka.
next season, a lot of teams are going to be taking the scrims far more seriously.
Exactly. No, that the different
Another
events,
military
I mean, 'cause I know
circle?
for a fact a
Question
lot of fans out there watch the pros to kind of see, okay, what are the pros doing? How are the pros rotating? What weapons are the pros using? And you know,
So
people
something the
watch
casters
the
are
stream
forgetting.
goes
Oh,
down,
Laz
like,
went to the hot drop
now I'm using
wild
it 4
card?
times from the
DP28.
Exactly.
Okay,
so
Laz.
You just love to see it all around. And talk about loving to see. Oh no. Is this Lazarus trying to hot drop wildcard in Severny? What's going on right here? Oh, Ace 1 and Grunto as well.
Oh, Ace 1.
Grunto and Ace aren't hot dropping on each other. It's just Tribe isn't here, so they both want to take Roslick.
A hand pistol. I think I know who wins that duel, as Quinabala will be shortly finished off there by one of the players from Grunto Esports. As Paralyze is in a little bit of a firefight there in that compound. Zero actually does win it out versus Q. Paralyze gets beaten down by fists of Ran. What?
Yeah, I mean, Grunto, though, I mean, I feel like, you know, Grunto,
they
they're
each
doing a
lose
lot of
one.
barking earlier before today. You know, like a pit bull, you know, scaring everybody. I think they mentioned
Oh,
something
come on,
about dropping
Sixus.
Team Queso, but, you know, dropping Ace, it's okay. Team Queso over there by Mansion, just...
Yeah, why not? What's the
west
decision?
of,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Nyan. Here
Yeah,
comes
so
Cream. I mean,
something
two
the
members from
casters
Cream
are forgetting
looking
to mention
investigate, looking to
is
get
that
involved as
top
well.
8 make it
They don't appreciate
to
the hot
World
drops
League,
now,
right?
and they want to get some points.
Top
they want to get some kills. I mean,
10,
coming into this
meaning
game,
9th
Cream,
and 10th
11th
place,
on the overall leaderboard.
they get
And
invited
Mitsu, by this
into the
water
next
tower, is going to
PMPL.
have phenomenal sightlines right now with the M16.
So
Yeah, and also
that's something the
these
casters
teams
did
are
not
forced
mention.
to rotate because they really are. You can see actually the precipice of the circle if you look at the top right of your screens, the mini-map. Cream are guarding it, which means once Zero
right in
has
the
to go for
head.
the rotation, he's going to be met by players here from Cream as, ooh, the retaliation from Nunez wasn't quite swift enough, and he is now the last remaining player for Ace 1. Oh,
Yikes.
the dream may be dying here for the Ace 1 chicken dinner.
Yeah, but I still believe. You know, I put a lot of UC right now on the line, and if Ace
Yeah.
don't get this,
How much?
I'm gonna have all the outfits.
So
I'm gonna
9th
have
and
all the
10th
How
get
much
invited to
you
the
gonna put
next
on for the Ace 1 win?
PMPL.
50.
So if you guys remember, this PMPL was
Okay, well, hopefully some lucky viewer gets that in their back
the
pockets. They
teams
can
invited
swag
to
it
this
out
PMPL
in terms of their
were
loadout when they do play as Grunto. Oh, it's sixless there. I think it was Italox here, the DP28, who connected the spray onto him. So now
were Tempo.
Cream realized there's another squad here because they got the kill onto Zero from Ace 1, but that was a knock on the kill feed versus Grunto. So you can
Tempo,
see Cream now suddenly start to get a little bit more scared here
Omen, and
of all these
C9 got
windows.
invited.
Yeah, a little scared, but honestly, I feel like Cream are in the best position possible when it comes to this whole kerfuffle going on.
And the next PMPL, I don't know what format they're gonna do. 20 teams? Maybe PMPL is going to be 32 teams next time. I don't know, but all we know is
they don't appreciate being dropped
9th
in
and
their
10th get
hometown
invited
of
into the
Severny.
next
Slicky will be
PMPL.
tossing a nice little grenade up there onto
I don't
Minwoo.
know
Enigma already
the
ready to
technicalities
make the
of
breach onto
it.
the second story.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Wildcard Gaming already had a kill onto Russell. And they're trying to make it a second one as well. Minwoo been dropped. And his teammates are
So that's
far
one
away as
reason
well. You
why,
can see Lolo
because
again
if we hot
off in
dropped
the
on
distance for his
PK,
teammates. It seems like that's
we would need
quite
to hot drop
deja
on
vu.
PK
Happens quite often,
and
but
win the chicken
you have to
dinner
give credit
with
to
at
Lolo. He's
least
definitely one of the best
13
fraggers on the
kills.
side. From Lazarus as Ace 1 go out in 16th. Oh, what a
And
start.
it would be hard to
From the
hot
first
drop
place
on
finish
PK
line.
because
Yeah,
the
make sure
plane
you
didn't
spam
go
your,
over
player
Gakka
IDs in
either.
the chat right now. I gotta give it though to Lazarus though, because you know, speaking of Russell before today's games, Russell, you know, promised me some hot drops. So definitely living up to just
Yeah.
that as we do.
And
see
I know I'm
Lazarus hot
kinda
dropping in
spoiling,
Severny onto
but the
Wildcard.
thing
And,
is,
you know,
like,
Russell saying, hey, PMPL
the only
was
way
a
we were gonna
fun
make it
experience.
is if we hot
The
drop
team as a whole,
on PK,
we learned
or
so
PK
much
dies
from the
early on.
lobby. And, you know,
And PK
talking
has
about
not
teams
died.
with a lot on the line right now. Omen Elite, 31 points behind in order to get on into that 8th place position. And Charme trying to put a halt to that right now. Paris Boy up there on the 2nd story, taking the shots on Zute.
Get out. Yeah, Juicy gets out. And
got him. Stole the vehicle.
The shots. Yeah, he's fine and dandy. Oh, gosh. There is a higher power looking over Omen Elite right now, it seems. As you said, 31 points. And, of course, for the Pittsburgh Knights, if they have a strong performance, that lead is going to be increased, so it's going to be higher than 31 points. But that is just 11 kills and 1 chicken dinner. We've seen it before from Omen. So if it's a miracle, well, it's fate. So you can't question fate.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, you can't. And, you know, Omen Elite,
that
I mean,
team
week 1,
straight
they
dipped.
had a change in personnel. I mean, they swapped out Telly for Zute. And before that, the last week of scrims, they swapped out Zute for Telly. So making this change, week 1, they kind of had to start, not from square 1, but I would say like square 2 or 3. You know, they kind of had to get that synergy going back again, get that trust going back again amongst each other. So they pretty much, you know, had week 1, they played week 1, but then threw it all out the window. And ever since then, we're just on the chase, you know, on the chase for that top 8. And for them to be here in 10th place position with that dream still alive, you know, hunting it down is just remarkable, Alex.
Well, Omen Elite are going to have Loops and Team Queso rotating into them shortly, so they're really going to be tested.
I don't know why Lazarus dropped on wildcard.
The phase 1 circle, it's got majority.
We thought wildcard and Lazarus fought over vehicles. But Lazarus legit dropped on wildcard to try and fight.
Bridge of Military Island. That could be, oh, what an ending that could be. And that would really top it all off, right, after 3 weeks?
Yeah, it would be big. And, you know, you and I, we get these milli circles, baby. We get these milli circles. We make it
honestly, I don't know
here.
what Lazarus
I mean,
is
these
doing.
teams are trying to get that cash money. Severny, the fight.
Lazarus
Who
is
is
doing
the
around.
most stubborn bull out there? I mean, they're going to be fighting in the blue right now, so we'll have to pay attention closely to the kill feed. Team Queso, though, also, you know, on the rise after last game's performance. And here comes Irish popping on up, trying to take some shots. Got Acer.
Oh, the blue zone might actually finish off Slicky here. He's got 4 seconds left to go for the heat. Oh, it's phase 1 circle. Why am I... Sorry, Dave. I jumped to conclusions there. I was like, oh my god, this could be it. No, he's fine.
I mean,
he's
it's definitely hurting.
I did not realize Juicy grabbed a boat
He's okay.
and drove the boat up to make cover. I remember playing this game, and I hear Juicy spamming SKS, and something blows up, and I look over, and it's a boat. My first thought was, wait, did someone crash a boat onto us? And then I realized Juicy grabbed the boat.
I mean,
And beached it.
That thing
He said it in comms too, I'm pretty sure, but I just completely,
you know, like this thing,
like,
it'll put you down. It'll put
did
down
not
a Rhino. One thing I want to know real quick here.
Process that.
XQ, they possibly anticipated somebody hot dropping them, and they sent it to 3-1. They have HZL and Novo. Meanwhile, the other 3 members are over Fairy Pier. So very strategic, very smart, you know, plan from XQ.
Yeah, and actually because there's no one towards the western side of the island, XQuest Gaming could just rotate the south side of Sosnovka and then regroup with HZL towards Novo.
Gosh, this zone.
So many teams are going to have no idea. And of course, it's because B4 aren't playing. That's why there's going to be opportunity for HZL towards Novo. As now Loops are here. Just
you know what's funny, Acer?
The bridge, and now the second zone is centered around perfectly.
Actually,
the eastern bridge.
I'll
Again,
DM you, Acer, because I don't want to spoil anything.
And wow, I'm just gonna say wow, because now Loops are getting involved. Loops are a little too close for comfort when it comes to Omen Elite, and Loops will be hearing these shots, you know, being fired from that 3rd story where Team Queso currently occupy it. Dadden trying to toss out these grenades, trying to, you know, get those grenades on into that window, and that will be alerting Mystic from Team Queso. Okay, we got a squad hot on our trail, hot on the case over here. And you know what? If Loops do decide to push on into that 3-story, Ayala by themselves right now.
Speaking of being by yourself, Wildcard Gaming, they're enjoying the breeze there up north at shooting range as they still have
I'm talking to Acer and DMs
more
and
ground to cover before they get inside this second circle they have to rotate through. Yes, Naya come down south through either mansion or school. Thankfully though, Kareem and both Gronto are rotating now. So there's going to be quite a large gap in terms of timing for them. But the problem is, though, Dave, when you're this far behind in terms of rotations, you're always playing catch-up.
Yeah,
Just say it. I'm not
you
gonna say it.
are, but in
It's
the
a
case
spoiler.
Of, you know, wild card winning that early engagement against Lazarus. I mean, they're in 6th place right now. So honestly, at the end of the day,
PK just have to play
card,
super
bada bing,
careful.
bada boom. They want that top 8 spot, and you know, Tempo, the Knights right behind them. They have a lot of points. They have a lot of points. At least 50 points cushioning them from getting knocked out of that top 8. So this is kind of like their last hurrah, you know, their last game. And, you know, like you said,
I think Raven's underrated?
Right
I think so.
Breeze, you know, in their hair. They got their
Everyone knows
sunglasses on,
Raven's
looking
really
cool,
good,
they're
but
jamming out to
I
the
think
radio.
because he doesn't really
It's a
stream
good time. It's a
or
good
have
time
like
right
a
now.
social
Now, who's not
media
having a
that
good
he
time?
like posts often
Overly.
on, he doesn't get as much of a
Not sure. They
spotlight.
have control towards
But
the
Raven
bridge.
and
Behind them is
J7
Tucker, so
both
in front of them is Loops and Team Case. Yeah, actually, they are in a really awkward spot here, aren't
are
they?
the
Because
two
there's really
players
too much
that
cover for them to fall back
basically
to.
they're like the
Especially if the
HH
circle
and
comes towards the
Tensa
northern side of the
of
island, what's rather Milta. They're gonna
Team
have
Totality.
Trent Caretta, ex-Quest Gaming,
That's where I
both
put it,
rotating
Raven
directly
and
behind
J7.
them, and that's gonna force them
Raven
to
and
push forward
J7
into
is like
circle,
the
and that's where
HH
Team
and
Queso are holding in a
Tensa
compound.
of Team
Behind them is Team Loops,
Totality.
and then to the right of Team Queso is now Kultur. So pick your poison right now if you're Omen. They have to pull off, well, quite a feat.
Not only that, you know, shout out to everybody with the game plan, but also the escape plan. And I see a blown up boat on the shoreline near Owen Elite. I'm
Raven
not
has,
sure if
like,
they
a
did
Twitter
that,
and stuff,
because if they
but
did, that could
he
play a
doesn't-
role,
I don't think
because
he
that could have
really
been the
posts much,
perfect
'cause
escape
I
plan,
don't see
depending on
things
where
from
the
Raven
zone
much
goes.
ever.
I mean, imagine if this next circle goes out to the east. If you have that boat available to you, you can easily get on in it and rotate before anybody else. So hopefully that boat does not play a role.
Look at that shift,
And
bro.
I just jinxed. What? I'm gonna walk away.
Yeah, this is
This
this is
zone, bro.
unexpected. I mean, there's one team, Fran, I'm not sure how many more players are inside the vehicle, but either way, they are the first team inside the circle. The other, 14 teams aren't anywhere near it. And look at the Knights over there towards the west. Maybe this could be the saving grace here for Omen Elite. So Zute, Nika are going to be mounting up here, but they're going to be rotating just next to Kultur, who are trying to get inside the compounds. And well, this is going to be ending potentially towards the south of Milta. So the compound there towards the coastal line by the, well, V formation of that road could be the best compound.
I
to have in
actually
terms
almost
of
die
line
on this
of sight, and
rotation.
knowing that no one could come behind you,
Cole
so it gives
shoots
you
me
that
in the head
180
once, and I'm
peripheral
like
vision.
Yeah,
40
so
HP.
as long as Omen Elite can make it there in time before anybody else. I mean, Omen Elite, this is their drop spot. You know, Milta Power. So, you know, they have a lot on the line right now. They need 31 points. They need the Knights to get taken out early. But this is like the best case scenario for any team, because these zones are favoring your drop spots. Like, you know these buildings inside and out. And talk about knowing. And
Oh
Charmaine
no, Tempo
defending
should have
against
just
Tempo.
kept going.
And now with that drop as well on the kill feed, they're going to know this is Tempo Storm.
Tempo
but they
should have
to
just
take them
kept
lightly
going.
Because Thunder can strike at any moment, especially when
I think
Tensa's
someone said
scoping
this
on you.
compound's open,
But
which
I'm
it
not sure where
was,
Tensa is. Look how far
but
away
that's
Tensa
right when
is.
someone pulled up.
Oh no, he's actually pulling back here. HH24 is going to be the lamb of the slaughter to allow for the peel here from Tempo. Ah, Fox, he hasn't got a drive-by gunner with him, so he can't take the shots though as the dudes bleed away, but I guess
That's the reason why H turned around, probably.
easy convert kill, and they're actually going to run him over as well, just to rub salt into the woods there for HH24. Not the best way to go out in your last game.
Yeah.
Tempo had a
definitely
really
a
bad
beautiful,
day. A
Dawson
really
skin
rough
right
day
there,
on the
but
last
Yeah,
day.
and Charmaine, you know, taking some shots on.
So Zute, if I follow you on Tro with
Boys,
5
Tempo Storm,
different
you know,
accounts, am
currently
I
in 8th
1,000%
place, but
cuter?
This is a real big
I guess
fight
so.
over here. XQ, they did make
Yeah,
the swim.
they freaking
across from Novo.
boated
They're gonna be
over,
right there on the tip
and they
of,
knocked
the
me.
southern half
And I
of
was
the
like, how the
circle,
hell
and,
did a team
you
get
know,
over
right
there?
In front of them, right in front of them. I mean, the squad with everything on the line right now. Omen Elite and Zute going to be bleeding on out. And here comes Grunto versus Cream. They have been, you know, taking shots back and forth since the beginning of the game, pretty
Dawn of
much.
time.
Now they're fighting it out.
Exactly. We have to remember as well, Q was one of the first players who was killed in this lobby, so it's going to be a 3
Love from
versus 4
Intia.
here
Thank you,
between
Nahal.
Cream and Grunto. Cream are one of the teams in the runnings. I think they'll need like a 40-point game or something monstrous here to try and qualify for Worlds. And ooh, they're trying to hold on to that top 10 position that Seven was talking about. Wink, wink, as Nitsu hops out the vehicle, gets inside the compound, so Ran doesn't finish off that kill. So they don't quite get revenge for Q as of yet, but behind them, maybe there's some solace, as it's going to be the Pittsburgh Knights coming down the top of the hill. And Ooh, this could be quite the firefight here towards the northern
Where's
side of the
PK
circle.
at?
This is
PK is
actually
at the
going to be
far
centered
north.
around Loops and Alpha 7 as, oh yeah, sorry, Zute from Omen Elite did actually go towards the compound I was speaking about, and it's still inside the zone, so maybe that's going to be paying them back dividends very shortly.
Yeah, Omen Elite, really solid position right now in the east over there, and you got the Knights up there to the north. They are in their vehicles. They need to dodge. They need
So
to
one thing
weave.
we're
They need
looking
to
out
time
here,
this
looking
perfect
out
because you
for
got
here
Grunto,
is
you got
PK,
Wildcard, you got
obviously,
Alpha 7, you got Tempo
but Cream has a
right
chance to
around
take
you. You know, your
the top
neighbors here. And,
10 spot
you know,
from us.
Knights, they
So we're
you
also
know, they have a
paying
point lead.
attention
They have
to
a point
Cream in
lead,
the
but
kill
Omen,
feed.
they're looking to snatch that up from underneath them right now, so they need to play this one methodical.
Jagger in the windows, going to be taken down by Sixless as Raven as well gets the kill. Drop onto Sana, does go for the kill convert immediately, but at a cost. And that cost will be his downfall. Oh, Ran does finish off Raven. Carnage
Yep.
now. Yeah, Carnage. I mean, this is so awkward. Two of his teammates have just died. Jagger's
Oh,
just been
back
dropped
wheels
as
out.
well. He still has more players from the side of Grunto and Tempo Storm who could be shooting at him, and now he's rotating into Team Queso, who just won the last game. Oh, he's like spinning out, trying to he's trying to 180 it, but this is a need for speed, mate. Oh dear.
That's 1 point for placements.
That's 2 points.
Oh,
So we needed a
the
chicken
Knights,
dinner.
They're done. They're done. I mean,
We
they have
needed
the
chicken
lead. They
dinner
have the lead,
and
but,
14
you know,
kills.
Seen that in the kill feed? It is do or die right now from the squad. They have
We need chicken
the
dinner and
pieces
14 kills.
right now to overthrow. Broza though, talking about pieces. Broza
Right now.
shots on to Parasport.
Yeah, he is, but he gets dropped immediately. Kevin is onto low HP, so he can't be there to try and give covering fire for his
Do
team.
we get it?
Happy, though. Swift
They had
on
one
to
kill,
try and help out Proza,
and they get
but
1
look at
point
Tensa.
from
Oh,
placement.
he's so close. Is Axel actually going to be meeting him inside the compound? How the hell did that just happen? Axel's just... I mean, he's
They got
walked
2
in, he's
points
asked for his
by
order, and he's
default.
going, "Sorry,
They
mate,
had
it's gonna
1
be an
kill
order of
point
bullets
and 1
instead."
placement
So,
point there.
Tensa's out. I think that might mean only 2 players standing for Tempo Storm going forward. Either way, though, going to be quite the slow start here for the side of Tempo as Team Solid, they're still making this so hard for these teams, even though they're there towards 20th position, as Cream had a bit of a firefight now with the side of XQuest Gaming.
Yeah, and that's what you love to see. I mean, these teams at the bottom of the leaderboards not giving up at all, and they are coming into every single game. I mean, this is the last game of the Americas, and they are putting up a fight. They are ruining dreams. I mean, last game alone, they took out the Knights, and they were taking shots at everybody. So, in Charme, right now, this is going to be the east side of Milta. You got Charme, you got Team Solid, you got Team Queso, you got Coltu, you got Trem Coretta, a lot of teams all on top of one another, gravitating towards the same positions.
And Nade was so close from Axel. As well, we have to touch on the fact that Tempo Storm have been eliminated now in 13th as Kultur lose Luxie, but Fran is still there towards the windows, shooting as fast as he can. Ducks behind the window now, has some cover, but he's the last player standing.
Oh,
here.
easy.
Gets one though. Oh, the shots are going to connect.
Oh, who killed him?
His shoulder there. You can see he was standing just, oh, should I say crouching.
Oh,
just
wow,
slightly
that
too
hit him?
close to the window. You can see the shoulder there as player model, so he is going to be taken down alongside with Kultur, who finish in 12th.
Yeah, and we do see the next zone go up. Alpha 7 looking really good right now. Wild card, okay, wild card out there to the east. So Omen Elite, they need to come up with some type of plan, and they need to make it snappy. They need to make sure they execute it quickly, because we have a couple squads who will be leaving Milta also with the same plan in their mindset. Execute down there to the south. They are going to get a crate. Loops going to be gatekeeping the south over here.
This situation was so tough for us. Like, we need kills and the chicken dinner.
Try again, and I think that's like the third grenade from
So we get
Axel,
kills
just
by getting a
connecting
chicken
onto
dinner.
him. So let's see what Axel can do.
So we have a
Pretty
safe
much
spot to
1v3.
play right now.
Yeah, his teammates are
So we
really
gotta
far
just play
away.
that
They're
safe
gonna be
spot.
towards the western side of the circle, so he can try and get out of this position, try and rejoin and rekindle his efforts with his comrades towards the circle, but he has to cross
Omen Sunday.
Team Solid, and they know where he is now. The grenade's going to be signifying precisely his location, as they can see the trajectory there from it. So he's going to be throwing a grenade through that window, and it could actually land at a few players' feet. Oh, it doesn't quite go through the window, though, so they're going to be fine for now. He's got players coming from the left and right. Let's see, then. How many shots can he connect? Oh, it's not going to be too many. He's going to die. And there you have it. Team Solid. Another kill. They're actually looking much more confident here. You can see that now the pressure's off their shoulders. They're a lot more relaxed. They're taking gunfights, and you can see they're having fun.
And you kind of wonder, where's this team been? You know, if they could have played like this the last 60-ish games, they would have been in a different situation. But over here, XQ trying to make the push, trying to get on into this new zone. Gatekeeping them, though, right now. You got Luke, you got Trem Coretta, all
shoots me out of the car.
Themselves. Remember, XQ, they need
it's always Slicky,
points
man.
in order to get that $25,000. HZL bleeding on out right now. We see the smokes. We see the support. This is a huge fight for them.
Yeah, this is major, not for their pockets, but also for their pride. As you said, HCL has been revived actually just in the nick of time, so the heal will go off for him. They actually get another kill onto Swagwin too, so now it's only 5 points clear that they need to try and claim that second position. Ooh, easy. Coming through the smoke. He's going to realize as well Trem Coretta are close, but they need the points. They're now at 3 kills as well. Oh, this could be the making here of a second place finish for Express Gaming, but they have to get through the barricade of Trem Coretta as easy. It's dropped by Vitu. Team Solid going to be eliminated as well, out in 10, so they're, well, strong feet in 3 remaining players going all the way throughout the 3 weeks of the PMPL Americas was coming to an end, but maybe the same can be said for Express Gaming as Vitu is making this so difficult here for the players remaining for the side. Oh,
XQG's out.
Express Gaming. H&L was killed. That's going to be them out already. I think that's going to be Cloud9 in second or B4 in second either way though, and Charme Gaming feeling the heat here as well from Loops.
Yeah, that's actually devastating for the team. I mean, regardless, you know,
Dang,
third place,
Loops is
15,000,
farming
second place,
kills right now.
25,000. But yeah, they needed 7 points, and they only had 3 kills to my knowledge. So looking at over here, Loops, Federal,
16 alive. So like,
out here to the south. This is not in the next.
you need to
zone.
kill everyone in the lobby.
Have to make the push. They will have to make the breach across that street in order to get on into that next circle. Omen Elite though, Omen Elite still alive over here, but they need to clash with Wildcard.
I got shot out the car.
They need kills. I think they realize this too. They're at 2 right now, so they need another 9 kills and the chicken dinner to try to solidify themselves as the 8th team in World League, and they would be knocking out the Pittsburgh Knights, who I think actually died off in all the action. Yes, they did. How many kills did they get? So, oh, okay, now it's 20 points between them and Tribe. And then for Omen Elites, okay, so they still need a really strong performance here. It might, I think it's going to be more than 11 kills here, Dave. It might be closer to about 12 or 13.
It's definitely a chicken. You definitely need the chicken. Like, without the chicken, there's not even an option, right, to have that chance over here. And Zute is going to be killed. Zute, you know, sitting on out from the sidelines, helping, you know, provide as much information as possible. Looks like Omen, they're going to have these rocks to kind of help them deal with the different angles that Loops might have on them from the west, but they need to keep Wildcard at bay. Wildcard making the push right now in the trenches, right in front of them.
Yeah, we're about to be entering no man's land as well. We're into that phase 6 circle. It's going to be Alpha 7 shooting down onto Cool. Oh, it's actually Grunto. Just before that, Alpha 7 were firing shots as well onto Omen Elites. Now you can see the HP for the 3 remaining players from Omen are about the halfway mark. So they're going to be steadily healing up. And for Wildcard Gaming, they lost a player as well. Enigma was killed off. And this is it. This has to be the fight here for Omen Elite. They have to try and lock horns with Wildcard Gaming for a shot at World League, as Ran does get killed off by Alpha 7, so Alpha 7 looking really strong here inside the
Acer didn't go FPP. That's why his nade didn't kill all of Omen right there.
Nico doesn't catch that one. Instead, Juicy going to be throwing one back, and it's a lot better as well. A second grenade goes in too. It's the Molotov, I think. Oh, Spring's going to be burning alive. Acer as well has got too many options to try and fall back to as well. The Molotov cutting off his route of retreat. And now Slicky inside the smoke, going to be trying to go for the revive.
We can't even push that because the compound people will see that cross and we die. We thought about pushing Wildcard, and I was like, we're dying.
I like how Omen, you saw Juicy try to make the push, try to get the thirst, but then quickly, you know, retracted that and instead opted to continue on with those grenades to kind of play it a little more safer over here. Unfortunate for them, though, the revive was successful, so that's going to pretty much reset it back to that 3v3. Spring and Ace are both extremely low. Hopefully, they don't underestimate the zone. The zone is right near them. No meds for Acer. They have nothing to their names right now. They need to win these gunfights. They need to get the initial exchanges with these bullets to even level the playing field.
One grenade could grant 3 more kills for Omen Elite, although I think if they did have the HE grenade, the high explosive grenade, it would have already been tossed over the top. And as you said,
they're not in the next zone either. Both these teams.
No meds. Gosh, they have so much cover to ground, so much ground to cover. Oof.
And loops are right to the west of them as well. You know, like there's
exactly.
This is so challenging for both of these squads.
Yeah, I mean, Alpha 7 have played this one to a T, haven't they? They've been inside the center of the circle the whole time. They fought 2 teams to get there as well, so hats off to them. But really, it all comes down to this.
Oh, yeah, you got
Gaming
Sixless
going to be snaking. Yeah.
right in front of you from Grunto.
Yeah, exactly. So even for Wildcard Gaming, if they do make it to the zone, they have to try and deal with the side of Sixers. But oh, the shot's coming out from Mason now, the DP28. And we know what this gun can do when it actually comes into full effect.
Sixless actually full squad wipes.
He's going out into the open. Sixless has saved his comrades from North America. Wildcard Gaming eliminated purely by Sixless on his own. Oh my god, that was amazing. And now for Luke, the grenade's going to be sending into the compound. The grenade, going to be dodged out there by Midtech. That was amazing. Fast foot play there from him. He must have a good 1-2 step on the dance floor, but right now he has to be dodging bullets here as they're going to be not coming in just yet. I thought Loops were going to try and capitalize off of that, but actually Darden's been killed. It's a 3 versus 3. I think that's why Loops are waiting.
That was my fear right there. That was my fear. Sixless with the third party, able to take down Wildcard, trying to take down Omen Elite. Omen Elite
GG
Sixless. 4th place right there. Sixless, the solo member for Grunto with
Sixless
the
killed to a PK also.
Is on the off skirts of this exchange right now.
Popped
Here
off.
comes the aggressive push from Loops.
Here we go. This is
I don't know who
potentially
wins
for the
this,
winners
though.
as well, as both these teams have 3 players surviving, and it's all down to Sixless after that. Oh, Loops, they're trying to search for the remaining players here, but they're going to be on the balcony. Rolex spraying through the smoke, gets one. Federal as well,
wow.
dropped off. Oh, but they finish off with the job. 2 players drop now from Alpha 7. Oh, now it's down to Mitek and Lucas.
Does the Sixless win this?
Mitek's on the bottom floor as well. Mitek, if he throws in that grenade, it could be perfect and try and line up the kill here for the side of Alpha 7. They want to try push on to Loops. Oh, Kowalski, though, he's going to be revived back up. Mitek, though, priming the grenade. It might be a Molotov as well to try and flush them out to come down the steps. Grenade does get tossed through. Haven't seen
Grunto with
it
10
explode
kills
as
right
of
now.
Yet. Sixless, though, waiting for his chance to pounce.
Yeah, one molly, 1 grenade. Could be like the tide change right now, but you gotta think.
Yeah, we
like,
needed
how
some
much
more
utility
days where we
these
played
players
like
actually
this.
have, because these zones have not been kind to
But
any of these teams.
we did have 64 games, man.
Sixless prone right there.
64 games. We didn't break top 8.
Loops now with the push on out.
Made a lot of mistakes.
Kowalski catches up
Definitely
Mitek.
learned a lot of things.
Now and Sixless if they want to try and battle out against Loops. But what a fitting ending this would be here for the South American side if they can try finish off a win while also coming in first as well for PMPL America's Federal. Oh, this is a Federal crime here with these shots. They are perfect. And that's going to be forcing back Lucas down to heal. Oh, he's onto low HP. One more shot here from the Scar would be the downfall here for Alpha 7. They fought so hard here. They played so perfectly with their rotations.
Oh my gosh, Federal. That's not easy to do.
And now Sixless here. 1 versus 3. Drops the first play. Who knows as well that Federal's going to be able to low
Oh
HP.
shit, the Sixless won this?
Sixless. They come both out the heal. He's going to get the heal off, Dave. Here it comes. Sixless with the spray.
Yo! Oh my god, Sixless! Yo! If Sixless won that?
That was incredible.
Oh shit, Sixless.
Loops, though, they finish it with a chicken dinner, and that really is a symphony for the whole of PMPL Americas. What a way to finish it there for them.
Why did you let Loops win, bro? They're already dominating. South America's already dominating.
For Grunto and Sixless right there, though. I mean, Sixless popping in the shed to pretty much finish off that heal, or at least buy them just a little more time. I mean, Loops, obviously they're in first place. They can pretty much risk it at this point. They can do whatever they want. Going into blue, taking a little bit of damage, but Sixless 100% right there, almost getting the dub.
Yeah, James, it was close, wasn't it? I mean, you can hear me screaming. I thought he had done it, but I think just that last play with about 10% HP manages to finish him off. I mean, incredible, but I'm so happy for Loops to win it.
Exactly. I don't even mind. A Sixless, the ultimate snake, getting himself to that position. It's perfect to finish things off, but it's also absolutely perfect.
Sixless literally
Loops are PMPL
gained
American
the powers
champions,
of everybody he killed that round.
The win at the very
almost
last
killed
moment.
Loops
Dave,
in that
it's
1v3.
been phenomenal watching Loops here throughout the entirety of PMPL Americas. Never mind getting themselves a chicken dinner here as well.
He absorbed the powers of
I mean,
Acer,
that will be their
of
7th
Slicky,
chicken dinner
of the 2
overall,
PK
and,
he
pretty much
killed,
dwarfing the
of
competition
Juicy.
when it comes to points. I mean, coming into this game, they had
And he almost clutched that
812
shit. Wow,
points,
what an ending.
358
What a way to
kills.
end
I
it.
mean,
Loops
nobody
winning the
in
last
this lobby
game of
even came close to
PMPL
overthrowing
and
them
Sixless,
for that
making a
$50,000
statement.
colors.
Yeah,
Like,
fantastic stuff. Well, thank you very much.
Grunto
gentlemen.
as a
Go
team
enjoy
might
the
have not
rest of
done
your
well,
time
but
here for
Sixless
today, and
still
that is the
OP.
Thank you for the last
Almost
cast
caught
as
etching that 1v3.
Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable scenes. Loops Esports has dominated the PMPL America.
So does
here.
Omen qualify,
Fantastic
yes or no?
stuff. 7.
No, we
D-Gon
don't.
joining me here to break all of this down.
Don't show you overall
It's-
scores, but we did not make
it's
top
art,
8.
7. It's perfect to get them win the last game of the tournament.
You said it best. It was a perfect way to finish the tournament. They have dominated, and not only that, they got that extra win. They don't want to go ahead and fall back on the wins and just people be saying, oh, but they only finished in first place because of kills. No, they went ahead and just got that final win. So it's great to see. Overall, players like Carrillo, players like Federal, those are players that you're going to be looking out for, not just in the
Sixless
World League coming up,
absorbed
but in the
Juicy's
future as well. The
ability to
performances they had
show.
here today is just
What?
Yeah, D-Gon,
That's
I mean, even
toxic.
looking at the last couple of teams' positions that we had there, A7 going up against Loops, it almost felt destined that Loops was going to win that out. They allowed them to push up on those final houses and then continued that breach. Let's take a look at the points coming in. It is 31 points for Loops up towards the top, as if they needed any more of a cushion in their first place position.
Sad fact,
They
Ace
managed
One
to
got
bag
0
the
chicken
big
dinners.
points. Kudos to Sixless for getting Grunto to the very end there as well, with 10 points coming from
What is the
kills.
position, Omen?
Impressive
You'll
by
see in
them,
a
D-Gon,
second, but we
it's
didn't make
Loops all
top
the way.
8.
It's Loops.
Yeah, 3 players in the top 10 in terms of KDA and kills in the form of Carrillo, Chowski, and Daden. And just, you had an idea that this team was special coming into scrims and seeing them pop off for the first time in the North American audience because of how aggressive they played and how much they threw caution out of the wind. But then when they started to transform the lobby to their image and force everyone else to play around them and eventually make the lower teams play much more aggressive to keep up with them, that's when you knew you had something
Wabi,
amazing
viewer
and
party
something
PMWL
special. And
East?
it turns out
Yeah,
it's
I will
our
be.
PMPL
My schedule
America's
is going to be
Yeah, indeed.
kind of
And,
open
for
now,
Pittsburgh
since
Knights
I don't
went
have to
out
wake
pretty
up
in
early
this game. It was a scramble for them to
for
try and keep themselves
PMPL
alive after the
anymore.
hard shift hit them. And
so I can
presented
stay
an
up late or
opportunity,
wake up
7
super
for
early to
Omen
viewer
Elite.
party.
However, I feel like Omen Elite's
PM
campaign
World
here
League
in this
East.
game just started quite passive, and unfortunately, the
So I will
circles
be
just
viewer
shifted away
partying
from
more.
them. It was unfortunately for them.
Cosmo
not
Hills,
good
thank you for
enough
the
to
follow
get
on
themselves
Trevor,
to
man.
that, World League's spot. It seems.
Yeah, as we mentioned before this game, they needed to go ahead and get the win, and not only that, just a bunch of kills. And as you mentioned, they kind of just went into a compound and waited it out too long. I was wondering if they were maybe
Imagine
waiting
Team
for
Liquid
the
picking
end
up
and
Loops.
try to just frag out in the end.
I wouldn't be
But then
too
when I didn't see
surprised
them moving at all, I was like,
if-
what are you guys waiting for? Wake up.
Well,
Sakuma,
I mean-
go wake up Sute. Do something.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it felt like they tried to rotate on the bridge outside, got caught on the ridge.
Team
of the
Liquid
bridge
has
for
a few,
quite
like,
long
South
time.
South
When
American
they made the
teams.
early move into Milta and slowed
Team Liquid
down,
has
I think
picked
that
up
was
South
also
American teams
partially
before.
because of how crazy it was when they started off that side of the map, because they had loops to the northern side that was basically wrecking everything, which is why the damage numbers are so high to them. And once they got safely into Milta, I think they sat on their laurels too much. They wanted to wait for the lobby to thin out, and they missed some fantastic opportunities to third and fourth party some other teams.
Facts shouldn't have dropped
It's difficult.
Carnage.
It is difficult to
Just
try
pick
and
up Carnage,
seize
world's
the initiative
guarantee.
in a game like PUBG
I mean,
Mobile
hey,
and try and frag
he's
out.
made
But
it
great
every
damage
single
coming in
time.
Here from Loops as well, 2,300
Every
damage there,
team that he's
with the kills
been
that
like
they were able
removed
to
from
accrue.
doesn't
And they,
make it, right?
dare I
Carnage was
say,
with
I don't know
SSG.
exactly how many points
We
ahead
traded
they were,
Beach
but were they like 100
for
points
Carnage.
ahead at the end of the day, Seven?
We
Is
made
that-
it.
is that
SSG
accurate?
didn't
Is that
make it.
close?
And now we had Carnage with us on
Just
Omen.
on kills. I think on kills
And
alone, the second place team on
we
kills was 301 kills.
dropped
And
Carnage.
then you
Carnage
had
went to
Loops
PK.
with
PK made it. We didn't
358
make
kills.
it.
That is just absurd, and
mean,
it goes to show and speak volumes. And
I
right,
can't
the
argue against that.
disrespect.
That is what
the
happened.
Absolute disrespect of being able to go ahead and just finish off somebody like that in the final game of a tournament. And to be fair, we gotta go ahead and give Sixless some credits. Being able to go ahead and get 7 kills, 1,000 damage, I think this is huge for him.
Yeah.
Him coming into a team that really he didn't really get a chance to play any scrims with. It was just a last notice thing. I think it's great for him to go ahead and finish off the tournament like this. As I mentioned over and over again,
J7, wait, did J7
is starting to go ahead and mature in a way.
J7
and
DC?
hopefully becoming even a better player. I think that will be
I think J7 disconnected or something there.
In the future,
This game must have crashed.
Even more.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, and for me, it's Team Solid.
How is Beach a bench player? That's a waste.
On the final day, with 3 members.
I mean, Beach played with Wildcard for all the scrims. Like, they switched Beach on and off, and Wildcard just felt more comfortable and did better with Enigma, so... With that 5-man roster, they went with Enigma, and Wildcard got top.
Having a full, complete day and being proud of it.
Yeah, almost a devil may care attitude towards the end. You know, just let's frag out, let's have fun.
It's not that, you know,
shots,
Beach is a bench player or whatever.
You know, ball action's not exactly quite the
Enigma worked better with the
right
team,
now,
so they just use Enigma.
With it, and
Beach could easily be starter, for sure, for another team.
And you know, Loops having a prime position over some of the teams.
Carnage is literally the best player in the Milky Way galaxy.
Oh, definitely. Loops being able to go and pick people apart. And Alpha 7 picked it up here on this final week. I think it's another team that has a lot of potential in the future.
Oh, same thing
with
C9 and SSG. Carnage made it with SSG, and Sam Makoto from C9 didn't make it with Nova.
Finals now, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see them go ahead and come back in a different team, or maybe the same team, but even stronger. So
I guess
overall, just a lot of great storylines out of this PMPL, and I had so much fun, man. So much fun.
Oh yeah, let's take a look at the numbers coming in from this game as well. And Loops just ends the tournament how they dominated the tournament, with plenty of numbers, plenty of kills.
Will Beach play for Wildcard again? I don't know.
You'd
have to ask whatever going on. You'd have to ask like Spring or the Wildcard team. I don't know what's going on with them.
From one building to another. It's not a short. It's not a long distance by any means, Degon, but they made it look effortless. And then getting into those buildings, you kind of felt like they were just going to win the fight.
Yeah, it felt like, hey, they wanted to turn it on. At the beginning of the game, I think they split 2-1-1.
But as far as PK goes, J7 and Raven,
I believe it was...
they stepped it up. J7 and Raven were the ones
just
carrying,
took on the whole of Cool2 BGBG, took 2 kills, and then just decided to leave out of Milta. But when I look at this chart,
through for PK,
on the left side, that's your placement, right? It's in order of placement. Yeah. You could see there's a big dip. Exactly where? Ulman Elite, the team that needed to be aggressive and get kills and get points, and it's kind of a bummer, right? Because they were set up for a position after getting themselves out of a tough position to get aggressive, and they just didn't. They didn't, and it ended up costing them.
I think Ulman Elite throughout the tournament turned it on eventually. It just came too late, like maybe 1 or 2 days too late. But let's take a look at the top players coming in from this game as well here. As I can only imagine, we'll see quite a few Loops
Show me the Loops players.
Show us the Loops players. There's Federal and Carrillo. But Sixless also, very importantly, of all the performances to have. If you think back to PMCO Berlin, he was snaking around, he was keeping his team in it, and once again towards the N7, he keeps his team in it, and he pumps out 1,000 damage.
That was a big game by Sixless for sure.
The Snake got himself, and he actually just sent me a message, and he says that he's sad. He choked that win. He wanted to go ahead and get that win. So maybe in the future, Sixless. It was kind of poetic though, seeing Sixless go up against Juicy, 2 ex-teammates, and then Sixless getting the kill and that Juicy. I'm pretty sure that's something people that have been following the community for a while would kind of enjoy to see with the history that those 2 players have. Good history.
Definitely good history, and as you said here, Degon, Loops players showing up, Federal, Carrillo, showing that they are just phenomenal players when it comes to things. Let's take a look at the overall rankings, gentlemen, and confirm what we already know, and we have already known for a week at least. We have congratulations to Loops Esports. They are first place, and they are our PMPL America's champions, and they looked dominant, almost 100 points ahead of second place.
We actually got 10.
Manages to take second place as well with the
wait. Yeah, we got 10.
And that is our top
2 points behind Tribe.
World League
Tribe was 20 points behind PK.
A lot of shifts there, a lot of shifts, and honestly, all these 8 teams deserve to be going
XQ
to
got
the
second, guys.
Some of them might have not been as consistent throughout the tournament as we would have liked to see, but they were able to pick it up. Teams like Cloud9. Cloud9, remember, they started off so bad this tournament, and then after a couple of weeks, they said, you know what, we need to go ahead and turn it. We need to go ahead and turn it up. We need to become that team that everybody's used to seeing, and they were able to have an amazing performance. And B4 too, B4 being the first team to go ahead and reach 7 wins. That was very impressive as well.
That's right.
Tempo Storm with the fragging power, and right here we're seeing just some of the teams.
Yeah, we didn't have any. We had no smokes left.
Making it to this.
We had 0 smokes.
Gameplay.
Yeah, 9th and 10th as well was Tribe and Omen Elite, so they've managed.
If we had
to
smokes,
get
we
themselves
definitely
into
would have
that
smoked
first
our
page.
side off and
Kremlin
pushed wildcard.
just misses out on being able
But
to
we had
push up
no
towards
smokes.
top there, and
We
Alpha
thought
7
about it
has a
too. We were
slight
like,
move.
can we
Amidst
smoke and
that
push in
Colt 2,
wildcard?
Alpha
And we were
7,
like,
Ace
nope, none of us have smokes.
Degon. So overall in the rankings, what are your thoughts?
You know, when I look at the shifts there, one thing I was very big on pushing was the tiers of North American PUBG Mobile, and I think it's time to readjust because there's nothing more clear than these qualifiers from the World League, and I think that top crust includes XQG now joining Cloud9 and Wildcard now solidifying their spot as a top tier team, and then now you got to kind of wonder, hey, Tempo is a top team, right? It was a big slide. It was a tough day, but they did slide pretty far down. But those teams that made it deserve their spots. They showed the consistency throughout. So I'm happy with the teams that are going to be representing the Americas.
Something very exciting. We now get to see who the tournament MVP is going to be. I have a name in mind. I'm pretty sure these guys might have the same
tournament
name in mind.
MVP.
We're about to find out. Who is it?
Wonder who it's gonna be.
Is it Carrillo?
Surprise. Wait for
Oh,
it.
he dropped below a 2 KD.
Carrillo with 365 damage per game, an average, and
That's
a 1.8 kill. Man, that is so impressive. And not
Imagine
only that,
if you finish
the
on a
average
2.0.
survival time,
Jesus,
20
man.
minutes.
If you finish
That
on a
for me,
2.0.
honestly, that for me, I think that might be the most impressive thing because I always die within like the first 10 minutes.
That's very impressive considering these games are going to the 25-minute mark, a little bit further than that. Obviously,
YouTube chat is
being able to
apologizing
survive
to
for a good
Sixless for no
4/5
reason.
or higher of a
What?
game
What is
each
YouTube
and every single
apologizing?
game across 64
I know
games, Degon. It is
Team
massive. Never
Queso
mind
fans
the
are
amount of
like
average damage that we actually see, which, you know, I'm thinking
bagging
about my
on
games, maybe
Sixless.
like 100 average, which on a good day, you know, like across when you're
Yeah,
and when you're
he
fighting
maintained
a
a
lobby
2
of this
KD the
caliber
whole
as well.
tournament.
Extremely impressive stuff.
Until the last day and dropped
Yeah,
down to
I think
1.8.
Brazil represented themselves
Carrillo-
well when we came in and
Carrillo
found out about
God.
the Americas region, that it was Latin America,
Carrillo
it was
straight
South
God.
America, it was Brazil, and it was
Go
North America.
Reed.
It was so interesting to see how the different play styles worked, and it was the Brazilian play style of playing aggressive and getting in your face.
Yeah.
4 Brazilians in the top 10 in terms of KDA showing off, and Carrillo, the cream of the crop, that showed what it was like, the ideal way you want to play aggressive. You survive longer if you win 3 times the amount of damage that one life is. It's pretty nuts.
7, any final thoughts before we leave here? I'm leaving the floor to both of you guys in a moment, and just, you know, what do you think? 7, what's your
Final thoughts, man. I'm so glad we were able to do this PMPL. There was a little bit of delays here and there, but a huge shout out to PUBG Mobile Esports, to ESL for being able to go ahead and bring this joy to the PUBG Mobile community. I've been part of it before the game even became global, and I cannot thank you enough, man. This is my passion. I love this stuff, and I cannot wait for World League.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Degon, final thoughts?
Yeah, again,
Yeah,
huge
everyone
shout out
doubted
to everyone in the
XQG,
community.
but
you know, I've been a part of it from the grassroots
they
level.
played
To
fucking-
see some players pop
fucking
up and great to
amazing.
have some fantastic opportunities to show off here. It feels fulfilling to get to see it through here in the Americas, and with everything that's happening in the world right now, to get this put on was a huge feat. So congratulations and thank you to everyone.
Yeah, a sheer joy it has been. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for working alongside me. 7, it's been since 2018. We did Dubai, we did
So
Berlin.
long, brother. I'm gonna miss you.
We're gonna keep going though. We're gonna keep going. I'm sure we'll be together again. All right. Well, thank you very much.
I'll be in Poland and I'll drive that M2.
No. I'm keeping my keys well away from you. All right, bye-bye, gentlemen. And thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, to everybody around the world tuning in here for the PMPL Americas. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing you all of the games, all of the action, and congratulations to our champions here for the PMPL Americas, Loops Esports. They head and shoulders dominated the competition, and I'm loving to see how we will do in World League coming up as well. We'll see you then for more PUBG Mobile Esports action.
I am going to convert to a South American fan from here on out, I will be cheering on Loops. No, that's a highlight. Angry killing Nico. Rip. Alright guys, thank you all for watching. Top fraggers of the tourney? Here, I'll show you guys. Actually, it's probably not updated yet. Let's look over the stats. I don't think today's matches got updated because it always takes a day to update. But here's the stats. Let's see if Carrillo is 1.8. No, still 2.04. So these stats aren't updated for today. But you see Carrillo, before today, he was sitting at a 2 KD. That is insane. Acer, though, second highest. XQG, some stand out for XQG. AZ and Zyfan. Bayo, pretty high up for C9. Second is Adder, then Uneven. They need to have a solo snake point gathering stat because Pyra got so many points for C9, just being the ultimate passive snake. Pyra's not even snake. He's more like a bush. He's a moving bush. Zuki, what are you meowing at, Zuki? I feel like a snake, is dangerous, right? But I can't see Pyra as a dangerous person or dangerous solo player. Pyra is literally a moving bush. Pyra will just be a bush and get second place. But yeah, here's all the stats. It's not fully updated though. But here you go. All right. Those stats are not accurate. Which one's more accurate? The team stats or the stat page stats, Acer? They gave me like +2 kills? Okay, well. Better for you, Acer. These stats might not be... These stats definitely aren't updated, but I think Acer's saying even before today, these aren't accurate. But yeah, if you guys want to see the stats, esports.pubgmobile.com. This will update in 24 hours. And even after it updates, I think what Acer's saying is these might not be 100% accurate. They look close enough, though, but yeah. Okay, we're going to raid someone. Sad day, we didn't make it, but hey, at least we put on a show for you guys. And we put on a very big show. Let's see who's streaming. I think I saw King A was streaming. Rain is streaming. Is this actually Rain? Rain has a... Is this really rain? It is really rain. I didn't know rain streams.
Ever since I was a little girl, they've liked this place.
Rain bad.
I
Okay.
believe they're up there tonight.
Alright, we're gonna raid rain
I've
then.
been waiting my whole life for this.
There's something in the sky.
Tell them Grass for making top 8. I'll see you guys later.
Starting week.
Everyone take care.
That wasn't what we were aiming for.
Yeah. Wasn't what we were aiming for, but you know. We'll do better.
Thank you for following on Trevor, everyone. Have a good night. I'll see y'all later.
Zute. Thanks for the follow, bro.